Hello there. I've been having some problems this morning trying to connect. It looks like somebody's been able to uh, get on, and I'm not sure what happened with Facebook Live this morning, but I tried 4 times, and eventually, now I've tried for the fifth time. It looks like somebody's able to finally get on. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start our live stream. And for those of you who logged off because you thought it wasn't happening, then hopefully you can come back and check the stream later. Okay. Okay, like I say, we've had some really weird problems with Facebook live stream this morning, and now we're finally on after my fifth attempt. So here we go. We're going to start with all the raindrops. If all the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be. Standing outside with my mouth open wide. Ah, 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 ah. If all the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain that would be. Okay, now on to snowflakes. If they were candy bars and milkshakes. If all the snowflakes were candy bars and milkshakes, oh, what a snow that would be. Standing outside with my mouth open wide. Ah, 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 ah. If all the snowflakes were candy bars and milkshakes, oh, what a rain that would be. Okay, now on to sunbeams. If all the sunbeams were bubble gum and ice cream. Here we go. If all the sunbeams are bubble gum and ice cream, oh, what a sun that would be. Standing outside with my mouth open wide. Ah, 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 ah. If all the sunbeams were bubble gum and ice cream, oh, what a sun that would be. Okay. Thank you for those who are able to join us today. Like I say, very strange day today. Facebook Live was not connecting. So happy to see a few people have been able to join us. And what we're going to do is uh, talk about some of the patterns that we've been speaking about of late. On Friday, we saw a really funny book called Old MacDonald Had a Dragon. And the pattern in the Old MacDonald song was E-I-E-I-O. And so what we did with our in our dragon book, we were noticing that the pattern E-I-E-I-O just kept getting interrupted because all the other animals in the story were quite upset that there was a dragon on there. Hi, Eva. Happy to see you managed to join us. Some weird problems in cyberspace this morning, but here we are. That's great. So we were talking about the patterns. Let me just refresh your memory. So here we have one of the patterns that we were talking about, and it was all about colors. So we started here, blue, orange, red, blue, orange, red, blue, orange, red. And then we had another one over here. We're starting with the sun, moon, sun, moon, sun, moon, sun, moon. And then our last one we had was our shapes. Let's do the shape of them this time. So rectangle, triangle, rectangle, triangle, rectangle, triangle. Good. Now those are all patterns that we can see. But what we've been doing is patterns that we could hear. So when we were talking about patterns in the song, those are patterns that we could hear, like E-I-E-I-O. So now this time we're going to talk about patterns that we made up. Do you remember the rain in the green grass song that we did? We did rain in the green grass, rain on the tree, rain in the rooftops, but not on me. And we did a pattern, and we clapped and we patted, right? So just try that with me just to feel that pattern. Rain on the green grass, rain on the tree, rain on the rooftops, but not on me. Very good. So we did that one. And then if you remember, we did our April poem. And we had patterns in that one too. We went A-P-R-I-L. A-P-R-I-L. It is spring, we will sing A-P-R-I-L. Great job. So let's try that again. A-P-R-I-L. A-P-R-I-L. It is spring, we will sing A-P-R-I-L. And we talked about A-P-R-I-L being the A part, and then we talked about the it is spring, we will sing being the B part. So we called that pattern A-A-B-A. So let's just do something different for the B part. Let's do our marching for the B part, and let's not say anything for the A-P-R-I-L part, but let's just clap it. Are you ready? It is spring, we will sing. Okay, so that's just a reminder of that one that we did. And I wanted to remind you also of the song that we did, and it was called Yummy Yum Yum. And if you remember, that was all about, as it suggests, eating something yummy. But this is in an A-A-B-A pattern as well, because we start with, what do you like for breakfast yet? And the answer is always meatballs and spaghetti. Okay, and then we have the little middle part, which goes yum, yum, yummy, yum, yum. It's so scrumptious in my tum. And that's the B part. Okay, so let's see if we can notice that while we're singing. So this one was the one that we did just before Easter when we were talking about eating our nice Easter dinners. Okay, here we go. What do you like for breakfast, breast, meatballs and spaghetti? What lunch is better than all the rest? Meatballs and spaghetti. Yum, yum, yummy, yum, yum. It's so scrumptious in my tum. What do you serve a special guest? Meatballs and spaghetti. Okay. How about this one? What do you like for a midnight snack? Here we go. What do you like for a midnight snack? Meatballs and spaghetti. When you go on a picnic, what do you pack? Meatballs and spaghetti. Yum, yum, yummy, yum, yum. It's so scrumptious in my tum. What do you serve a special guest? Meatballs and spaghetti. Okay, what kind of supper makes you drool? Let's try that one. Off we go. What kind of supper makes you drool? Meatballs and spaghetti. What do you take for your lunch at school? Meatballs and spaghetti. Yum, yum, yummy, yum, yum. It's so scrumptious in my episode talks about patterns in music. You heard the meatballs and spaghetti part. It kept coming back. So that is a musical pattern that we were learning about. Okay. So we said we were going to be just reviewing a bunch of our songs today, and I am going to see if we remember our Purple Lights song that we've been learning. And that was our echo song where you echo every single line of music that I sing. And yet, that's another pattern. So here we go. Let me get my guitar. And we will do our Purple Lights song. See what you remember. Purple lights in the canyon, that is where I long to be, with my three good companions, my guitar, my pony, and me. Whippoorwill in the willow sings a song, a melody, with my three good companions, my guitar, my pony, and me. Here's our last verse. Gonna hang my sombrero on the limb of a tree, with my three good companions, my guitar, my pony, and me. My guitar, my pony, and me. Okay, you should be getting really good at that one by now because we've been practicing that one for a few classes here. Okay, so then another song that we were doing, which we had a lot of fun with, which I thought would be fun for us to review today, was our Down by the Bay song. I wonder if you've come up with any crazy verses for any kind of animals or any other types of uh, things that you would like to add into our song. If you do, then you could go ahead and type it into the comments and we can add it into the song. And we'll see what we can come up with. Okay. Okay. So off we go. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a goose kissing a moose? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, what to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a fly wearing a tie? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a llama wearing Superman pajamas? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a bear combing his hair? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a frog sitting on a dog? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a pig wearing wearing a wig down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home that I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say. Oh, I'm almost running out of ideas here. Let's see. Did you ever see a cat wearing a hat down by the bay? Okay, so that had a lot of crazy animals in that song, and we did a lot of thinking about animals, and that was our other little echo song that we learned about too. So, to finish with today, we are all about musical Max. So we have to just turn this around a little bit so you can see musical Max. All right. There we go. Max was musical. Here we go. Try to make sure you can see it. And you see all the instruments that he's playing there? You name the instrument, and Max could play it. We've got trombone, bass, xylophone, and flute. Max played by note, and Max played by ear, and Max practiced and practiced and practiced. Small harmonica, cymbals, and a synthesizer. I see some more people have been able to join us here. Let's see. All right, that's so great. Okay, so Max's practicing is driving me crazy, said Max's father. I'm getting tone deaf. Practice makes perfect, said Max's mother. Here, put on some earmuffs. It will muffle the sound. It doesn't muffle enough, said Max's father. Oh, for a child without talent. From your side, maybe. From my side, impossible, said Max's mother. There we go. But it wasn't only Max's father. The whole neighborhood complained. We can't stand the noise, they said. It's not noise, said Max's mother. It's music. Call it what you like, they said. It's bursting our eardrums. Max's practicing was not, Max practicing was not unaware of the complaints, but he kept on practicing. Music hath charms, he sighed, but not for them. And look what new instruments he was playing here. Violin, the bagpipes, the bongos, and the tuba. Wow, what a noise that must have been. And then on this page, the harp, the triangle, and the piano. Wow, that's a lot of instruments he's able to play. Only at night was there a little peace and quiet, except when Max's father snored. That was like thunder and lightning. And except when the whole neighborhood snored, that was like explosions. My goodness, it's a lot of animals there making lots of noises. Sometimes the snoring woke Max up. Then he would begin to practice, which woke the snorers up, but it didn't happen too often, thank goodness. The whole room full of snoring animals. But what did happen was that one day Max stopped playing and practicing. He put all of his instruments away. I'm not in the mood anymore, he said, and he went outside and played baseball with the gang. first everyone was relieved. "That peace and quiet is wonderful," said the neighborhood. Max's father took off his earmuffs. Max's mother was sad, but she was a minority of one. I mean, she was the only one that was sad. "Will you play again?" asked Max's mother. "When I'm in the mood. And who knows when that will be." It wasn't in the fall. Max's father complained that the peace and quiet was driving him crazy. When would Max get in the mood? It wasn't in the winter. The whole neighborhood complained that the peace and quiet was driving them crazy. When would Max get in the mood? In the spring, Max heard a little bird sing, and Max got in the mood. You see how he's tearing up open all of those boxes, getting all the instruments out? In fact, they all joined in. How wonderful is that? They got a big orchestra of animals. The end. Okay, well, I'm sure glad that we got a chance to have our music class today. Um, it was a little strange earlier on because, as if you were on earlier, I was mentioning that I tried. This was my fifth attempt of getting on Facebook Live, and each time I was singing away and I was talking away, and I noticed there was nobody there. And then I got a whole bunch of messages from you guys saying, "Is there not music today? Where are you?" So I'm so glad that you were tuning in for music class, and so sorry that there were the technical glitches that we had today. But we will be back on Wednesday morning at 10:30 if cyberspace is doing its part, and the internet, and we can all get on. But that's all we have time for today. But thank you so much for those of you who are able to tune in, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. And those of you that unfortunately had to miss it because perhaps it was too late, hopefully you catch this because it's going to get posted to the page right now. Okay, thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Bye.